Hello, FrostFest! Hello, thank you. Thank you for checking out my talk. I really appreciate you coming and being a part of today's session. Hi, my name is Jason Blanchard, and I'm going to talk to you about how to find a mentor and be mentored. Well, like I said, my name is Jason Blanchard. I'm the Content Community Director for Black Hills Information Security. I go by Banjo Crashland on the internet, and you can also find me on twitch.tv/Banjo Crashland in case you find today's topic interesting and you would like to learn more about things like this. So today we're going to talk about mentorship. What is a mentor? I like this definition here, because it comes from the internet. An experienced and trusted advisor. It's also a verb, right? I can mentor somebody, like I was mentoring, to advise or train. And so mentorship and being a mentor is about advising, training, helping, supporting, taking care of people. And that is what we're going to talk about today. So how to find and be a mentor is the topic, but what are the types of mentors? Why you want a mentor, how to find a mentor, how to be mentored, qualities of good mentorship, secret for mentees. That's what we're going to cover today. That's what I'm hoping to get out of today's session. All right, so the types of mentors. All right, so there's the informal and the formal mentors. I would say that all of us have a lot of informal mentors, people that we've had in our lives, teachers, bosses, supervisors, trusted colleagues, family members, people who have mentored us over the years. Very informal, it happens all the time. They help us, we take that information in, and we move on and do something with it. Now, what I'd like to talk about today is the formal mentorship. That's where you reach out to somebody, you find a human being in your life, and you ask them, will you mentor me? And so that is a huge step beyond that informal mentorship. And it's okay right now for you to sit here and so we're talking about mentorship? And you want me to find someone to be a mentor for me? Okay. Seems like a huge commitment. Well, let's talk about that. Now, there are all types of mentors, right? We don't have to just have one mentor in our lives. We don't have to just have, this one person here who helps us with our career, and we can't talk to any other mentor because if we talk to another mentor, then they get jealous. That's not a thing. You can have a mentor for your career, and that's where most people get a mentor from. Someone to help them with their career, to navigate their job and what they do and how to get to the next level and things like that. And that's totally okay to have a mentor for your career, but there may be a mentor that you have for leadership. And so that leadership is someone who just helps you become a better leader in either volunteer work or nonprofit work or at your job or even in your own home with your family. It's someone who can help you be a leader there. There are business mentors. And this isn't Jason, you said career, but what's the difference between career and business? Well, business is the person who understands business. I may be able to do my career really well, but I don't understand how that fits into the overall business. And so this mentor can help you with how goods and services move from one place to another, how they get bought and sold, how they get created in the first place. And so they can help you understand business. Now we have the relationship/political type mentor, and this is the person who helps you navigate human relationships. Now humans, this isn't like politics where it's this political party versus that political party. No, that's just how humans, when they come together and they have friendships or connections or power or whatever it is, and how they exercise that and bring that all together so they can help you navigate different political relationships. Because you can talk to them, you can let them know what you're going through, and they can help navigate you through that. There's a technical mentor. A person who understands the technical aspects of the thing that you want to do or the thing that you do, but you're not quite as good at as you'd like to be. And they can help mentor you through the process of getting better at that technical thing in your life. Now there's the hobby mentors. Now the hobby mentors are the people who are I want to learn how to fly drones, or I want to play video games better, or I want to be able to play chess, or I want to be able to play a guitar. I want to be able to write for fun, not just write for a career. I want to write for fun. And so you find people in your life that know how to do the thing better than you know how to do the thing, and they can mentor you through that. So there are hobby mentors. And so it's okay for you to have a career mentor, a leadership mentor, a business mentor, a relationship mentor, a technical mentor, and a hobby mentor. And you can ask them all to be your formal mentor there. Now, if you're not ready to move into that formal category, if you want to stick around that informal, feel free to do that, right? You can have those informal mentors for a long period of time, and then at some point, I do recommend you ask that person that you respect, that you admire, and say, will you mentor me in this aspect of my life? So why you want a mentor? Like, why would you want it? Why would I want a mentor? It's because we're starting a new thing. We're always starting new things. We're creating new things. We're making new things. We're doing new things. It's not about the starting a new thing. It's about maintaining a new thing, going the distance with that thing. Because a lot of us start things that we quit, right? The first of the year is coming up, and a lot of us are going to go to the gym and not go to it anymore after that. Or we're going to start a diet, or we're going to do this, or we're going to do that. And so we start lots of new things, but the mentor is there to make sure that we keep doing the thing over a period of time. You can't figure out a thing, and so you need a mentor to help you figure it out. It's not just about Googling, and it's not about going to Bing. It's about having someone that can help you figure out this thing that you're trying to accomplish. Don't know what the thing to do. I have this in my life, is where my mentees come to me and they're like, Jason, I don't know what to do. I have this option or that option. What do I do with it? And so we talk through each one of those paths, and we say, here, what would you like to do? Like, how would you like your life to be 5 years from now? And which path do you think is going to get you there? Don't know where is the thing you need. All right, wouldn't it be nice if there was someone out there that could help you, mentor you, find the things that you need, and then follow up with you to make sure that you have them and you've put them all together? Wish you knew what thing did, right? Like, just continuing on this line of like, I don't know what I'm doing. There's a lot of young people out there. There's a lot of people out there. It's not just young people. There's a lot of people that don't know what to do with what is coming next. We got things like the metaverse. We have all kinds of blockchain and this, and technology's changing, and does this matter? And there's cryptocurrency. Like, does any of this matter? And I don't know how to do these things. Wouldn't it be nice if you had a mentor? What is the meaning of thing? What is the meaning of thing? So I love this saying, know the why behind the what. Know the why behind the what. There's so many of us that know what to do, but we don't know why we're doing it. And so a mentor can help us understand the why behind the what. And maybe that's the main reason you need a mentor, so you can understand the why part. So how do you find one? Well, you can use OSINT and recon skills. I highly recommend it. I do live streams on that often, where we get into using open source intelligence and reconnaissance skills to find people who are doing the thing that we want to do, so we can reach out to them and connect with them on a personal level and say, would you mentor me? So you take the skills you have in open source intelligence gathering, reconnaissance, and do that. There's the personal connections. I can guarantee you right now, that if I talk for a few more minutes about this person, there's a person in your life that is accomplished. They're doing the thing that you want to do. You admire them. You've seen them. And you're like, wow, I wish I had that. Maybe I wish I had a family that was similar to theirs. I wish I had a career that was similar to theirs. I wish I had their leadership style, their speaking ability, whatever it is. This person's coming to mind. It's okay to reach out to that person and ask them to mentor you in that thing that they're doing that you wish you were doing too. Organizational programs. The company that you work for might actually have a mentorship program, and you may not know about it. So reach out to your HR or talent acquisition or whatever those human resources departments that you have at your business, and ask them, do we have a mentorship program? And if they do, ask to join it. Community networking. I like to going to B-Sides events and FrostFest, right? And so we're here surrounded by people. We'll reach out to those people. Ask them to mentor you. Maybe you see someone on the leaderboard that's way high above you, and you can reach out to them and say, hey, would it be possible to mentor me in how you got to where you got to? And then just industry professionals. So going back to that open source reconnaissance skills, there are people in the industry that you work in that are doing the thing that you want to eventually do. And it's okay for you to reach out to that person and ask, would you mentor me? Now, when you reach out to anybody, personal connections, organizational programs, community networking, industry professionals, it doesn't mean that they're going to say yes. But that's not the thing that I want you to know today. What I want you to think about is I'm going to reach out. I'm going to take the first step. I'm going to own my growth. And that's what we're going to talk about next. Because to be mentored means you have to take responsibility for your own growth. It means you set up the meetings. You reach out to people. You take the recommendations from your mentor and you run with them. You use their takeaways and you say, I'm going to do that. I'm going to own the goals that I've created for myself that the mentor is holding you accountable for. You're going to take responsibility for your own growth. You're going to develop trust with your mentor. And what that means is that you're honest with them. That means if you didn't do the homework, then tell them I didn't do the homework. If it means I did those two things and they didn't work out, then tell them. There's not like, how dare you do the thing I recommended for you and then you tell me that it didn't. Like, there's no weird thing here. It's develop trust with your mentor by being honest with them. And it starts by being honest with them and then over a period of time, learning that honesty was okay, that vulnerability was okay, and then developing that overall trust where you can just be very transparent. Set realistic expectations. Please, please, please set realistic expectations. And what that means is you know yourself. You know yourself. And so if your mentor says, well, what would you like to accomplish by our next session? Then really think about it and say, well, I think with my life the way it is, with me the way I am right now, I think I can do this little bit here. And the mentor is like, okay. Because some of us, we want to impress our mentor and I can get all these things accomplished. And then you don't. And then you don't show back up anymore. Because either the guilt or the shame or the embarrassment of not doing the things that you said you were going to do, and then you don't show up anymore. So set realistic expectations. Come to the mentor sessions with an agenda. Please, 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 as a mentor who has mentees, when they come with agenda, I'm like, yes, thank you. Now I know what we're going to talk about today, and we're not going to meander for the next 30 minutes. So please, come to your mentor sessions with an agenda. And then provide feedback to your mentor. If they said something that was inspiring or insightful, let them know. If they gave you a good recommendation, let them know. If they gave you a bad recommendation, let them know. Provide feedback to your mentor. Please. Qualities of a good mentorship. Okay, so if you're a mentor or if you have a mentor, make sure that they don't should all over you. Now, this may be a weird saying and you don't understand it. There's going to be mentors that say you should do this and you should do that and you should do this and you should do that. And I'm not a fan of the word should in a mentor relationship because when a mentor says you should do this, then if you don't do it, then there's some guilt and shame and some weird, stuff involved in it. And if you're a mentor, then please don't should all over your mentees. And so what we as mentors do is we make recommendations based on what you would like to accomplish. And we say, well, I would recommend this, or this. Now, they can either take your recommendations or not. That's completely up to the human being who you're talking to. And so mentors hold you accountable for your own goals, not the mentor. Mentors don't come up with goals for you. Mentors ask you what your goals are. And if you don't know what your goals are, then mentors can help you figure out your own goals. But mentors don't give you goals. They give you recommendations. Okay? Mentors don't use you to live out their own dreams. So make sure your mentor is not just saying look at you, you're so full of energy, you're so full of potential, and I wish I would have done this and this and this and this and this when I was your age, and so I'm gonna make you do all those things so that you can be way more successful than me. No, they're not using you to live out their own dreams, okay? So what that looks like is that you let your mentor know what your goals are, and then they help you obtain those goals. They don't just say, here's all the things that you should do. Mentors listen more than they talk. Be on the lookout for a mentor that talks the whole 30-minute session. As a mentor, what I normally do is I listen for as long as I can. I ask follow-up questions, and then I listen and listen and listen. Then I ask follow-up questions. I listen. And then once I feel like I've gathered all the information, then I would talk about how it relates to my past experiences, what recommendations I have based on the things that you've talked about, the goals that you've wanted to set for yourself. But I listen. So as a mentor, you listen. And so if you have a mentor that talks all the time, may not be the right relationship for you. Here's a secret for all mentees. At the end of every mentor session, informal or formal, and that means if you're just talking to someone at work and they're giving you some advice, or if you're talking to someone about a technical aspect and they're giving you advice, one of the things to help this mentor-mentee relationship is to say, hey, that was great. Hey, my 2 takeaways from this session are, and you say, my 2 takeaways are, the thing that you said and that the person you told me to talk to, that's my 2 takeaways today. And my next steps based on those 2 takeaways are to do this and this. And the mentor is going to go like, oh, you were listening. That's awesome. I feel like I made a difference today. So that's, the mentor just feels like they made a difference. And as the mentee, you're going to have a better relationship with your mentor if you say, these were my 2 takeaways, and here's my next steps. And that's a secret. You know, not all mentees do that, but if you start doing that, oh, you're going to find yourself just, that mentor is going to want to spend more time helping you because they hear that you're listening and that they're making an impact because you're receiving their advice. In conclusion, we need mentors in our lives. We do. I do. You do. We all do. Because we don't know how to do all the things that we want to do. And wouldn't it be great if we could find someone who's done it before us, who knows the pitfalls, who has the wisdom of walking in those steps before we did, to say, here's all the things I learned from it. Here's what I wish I would have done differently. And then give us recommendations. Not tell us what to do, not shit all over us. But say, here's what you could do. And here's what I recommend. Look for people who are where you want to be and ask for help. There's people in your life right now coming to mind that you can say, oh yeah, they're doing exactly what I want to be doing. And reach out to them. It's going to be scary. But that owning your own growth, taking that moment to be courageous. You have no idea how amazing it's going to be over the years of having this person mentor you. It's really going to make an impact and it's going to change your life. Put in the work to be a mentee. I can't stress this enough. It's up to you to build that relationship with the mentor. If a mentor is pursuing you, that's not right. Like, nobody, you can't force mentorship on anybody. But a mentee who's seeking advice, who's seeking guidance, who's seeking a mentor, that's something. This is one of my favorite quotes about mentorship. It says, gratitude is the currency of mentorship, which means you don't pay this person to be your mentor, but the way you pay them is with your gratitude. Thank you for your time today. Thank you for your advice. Thank you for recommending that book. Thank you for getting me in contact with a friend of yours. They were able to help me in this way. That gratitude that you give to your mentor, that makes it all worth it. And then become a mentor. If you don't know how to get started as a mentor, like I said before, you can't force your mentorship on anybody. You can't force someone to be a mentee of yours, but make yourself available. Say, I'm available to be a mentor. And if someone wants to take you up on that, they can. Find out if your work has a formal mentorship program and join it. Maybe here in the FrostFest chat or wherever you say, I'm willing to mentor and here's the topics I'm really good at. But be a mentor. And lastly, I just want to say thank you to my mentors. I've had so many mentors over the years that's helped me get to where I am, formally and informally. They help me when I start a thing to keep doing the thing that I want to do. They help me figure out things. They help me understand the why behind the what. I wouldn't be where I am today without my mentors. I wouldn't be standing here talking to you without my mentors. So I want to say thank you to my mentors, especially thank you to Ed Scotus, who mentored me into cybersecurity. I want to say thank you to John Strand, who's taught me so much about business and about community building. And I just want to say thank you to all my mentors, to Bruce Potter, to Joe Keating. You have made a huge impact on my life. Thank you. And that's it. Bye-bye.